Okay, today is Friday, April 22nd, 2022. And I just got a download regarding these numbers. I just basically broke the code to north, east, south, and west. The 4 points, the 4 corners, as they like to say. It's all pretty much the same. There is no such thing as vowels, so there's no E. There is only M, which is flipped upside down to W, which is as above, so below. The M is the W. The M and the W are both sides of one another. The S is the N. The south and north is the same. It's just one is curved and one is driven with straight lines. But just like the N is the Z, which is Zeus, the N and the S is the same. So there is no 4 corners, no 4 differences. So far we only have the S, which is the wave, the M and the M, which is the W, the top or the bottom, the in or the out, depending on the way, the direction that you draw it. So I have an actual figure that I drew, and I'm going to probably share this soon. And also, I got back to the beginning of the. I also drew out something else, which was it's like the alchemy, the base alchemical design for. I'm gonna just say for a woman because I'm a woman. Now, if men get some type of benefit from this, so be it. But from my original DNA revealed to me the original structure of self, which is the completion, which is 6 elements, because 6 is 9. 9 is complete, 6 is complete. 6 and 9 are both the top and the bottom, the in and the out of each other. The yin and the yang, the completion. So how we got these numbers, we really only have 1 through 6. Okay, which 1 all the way up to 1 and 5 equals 6. Okay, and then 6 is just 9 flipped upside down, in or out, whichever way you draw it, opposing to itself. It's the completing component. Now, when they broke down 7 and 8 was the disharmony that happened within our construct, which I went over already with you all. I told you it was 7 layers of knowledge. They had 7 degrees of knowledge plus 2, which was 9 altogether. And if you're listening to me and if you can understand, I said 6 and 9 are absolutely the same. So basically 7 became the beginning of distortion. When 7, 8, 9. 9 minus 2 is 7. So 7 is the beginning, which they always say 7 is the they always say 7 is the spiritual number, the most spiritual number, the spiritual path is 7. But 7 is actually what was the beginning of disharmony. 7 was the point where we all fell and came from the oneness, that harmonious vibe that we were on, the infinite. When we dropped from being went from infinite into being distorted and broken down. So we went into 7, which was a broken component of 6, which is 9, but it was a broken component. It was like a deformity. 7 led us to 8, which was confined, confined, lower dense energy, which is emitted from the 8, which I showed y'all. 8 is a blockage. 8 is not the sign of infinity. 8 is a blockage. 8 is actually representative of time. So we all fell into time, a loop. We all fell into an infinite loop. That's what the 8 represents. So 7, 8, 9. 7 broke us off from the 9, which was the flip side of 6, which was the all harmonious ongoing. So if we get back we remove the 2 that didn't belong. We remove the 2 from 9 that didn't belong. And then we get back to our harmonious, ongoing vibe, our oneness, our completion. And I have like some elements or things that I've designed. I have this design and all these things, the base elements that pretty much gave us all of our powers, all of the things that we would deem as supernatural, and us operating in a very harmonious way with one another and all things in creation. And so there's 2 elements that don't belong, and those 2 elements need to be distracted because they're a distortion. And so they just need to be put back in their proper space. They were broken off from the 9 anyways. You know what I'm saying? They came in through I believe it's consumerism. Once we started to consume, that's what threw us out of our harmonious spin. And then we got a distortion where we started getting lines, and lines cross each other and cause blockages. And then those lines led us into an infinite loop, a low dense generation that was stuck. And just like the 8 is also the cuffs, just like the police love to throw cuffs on you to lock you down, to constrain you. That number 8, which represents Saturn, the father time, the rings, the 7 rings, is literally our imprisonment, the imprisonment of the soul. So that's all I got. I'm going to expound on it a little bit more, and I'll come back with some actual like images, and like I said, the things that was also shared to me through this breakdown. All right. I'll see you guys later.